Last time I shared a vision, an eagle catching a snake, predators becoming prey, a door of light bursting into a dark room where hidden forces were pulling Jenga blocks. And I ended with a charge: have the faith, courage, and boldness of Jonathan. But you may ask, how do I climb to face my enemy when it feels like I'm climbing alone? So, today we're not just looking at the vision, we're building the strategy. You can all be Jonathan today because here is a blueprint. Three practical steps to turn your predators into prey, drawn directly from 1 Samuel chapter 14. So, to begin with, let's read the text again. Come and let us go over unto the garrison of those uncircumcised. It may be that the Lord will work for us, for there is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few. Notice what Jonathan didn't have. He didn't have an army, just one armor bearer. He didn't have his father's permission. He told not his father. He didn't have a guarantee. It may be that the Lord will work. What he had was a divine discontent with the status quo. The Philistines were oppressing Israel. Everyone else was hiding in caves and trembling. Jonathan looked at the impossible odds and said, there is no restraint to the Lord. This is the first step of the blueprint. Your mindset must shift from this is impossible to nothing restrains the Lord. In Purpose to Prosperity, we call this identity repositioning. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance and start seeing yourself as a son or daughter with access to the king's resources. You can't advance until you believe advancement is possible. Now watch what happens next. Jonathan says to his armor bearer, come, let us go over. The armor bearer's response is extraordinary. Do all that is in thine heart. Turn thee, behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. This young man didn't say, let me check with Saul first. He didn't say, what's the exit strategy? He said, I am with you according to your heart. Here's what people miss. Jonathan didn't advance alone. Your vision may be from God. Your courage may be real, but you need armor bearers. People who lock arms with you and say, I am with you according to your heart. This is why we built Purpose to Prosperity as a live cohort, not just a course, because you need armor bearers, people climbing the same hill, facing the same enemy, speaking the same faith. The Jonathan anointing is not a solo act, it's a covenant partnership. Verse 13 says, and Jonathan climbed up upon his hands and upon his feet, and his armor bearer after him. This is the part nobody films for Instagram. The climb. Before the victory, there's the climb. Before the Philistines fall, Jonathan is on his hands and knees, scrambling up, rock face, vulnerable, exposed, sweating, and dirty. Most people want victory without the climb. They want the Philistines dead without leaving the cave. But here's what I want you to see. Every stronghold, every foothold, every handhold, every moment of uncertainty, that's where faith is built. In Purpose to Prosperity, we teach the 4-step Exodus plan. Step 1 is becoming a double agent, using your current job to fund your freedom. That's the climb. It's not glamorous, it's not viral, but it's necessary. The climb is where most people quit, but the climb is also where the enemy is defeated. Not in the celebration, but in the scrambling. Verse 14 says, "And that first slaughter which Jonathan and his armor-bearer made was about 20 men, within, as it were, an half acre of land, which a yoke of oxen might plough." 20 men, half an acre, that's all. But then verse 15 says, "And there was trembling in the host, in the field, and among all the people. And the earth quaked, so it was a very great trembling." 20 men fell, but an entire army trembled. So here's my question. What's your climb? The vision I shared showed predators becoming prey. It showed a door of light bursting open. It showed impossible shots going off in multiple cushions. But none of that happens without Jonathan's faith, without the climb, without the armor bearer. So, this week, I want you to do 3 things. 1, identify your Philistine. What is the one thing that has kept you pinned down, hiding in the cave? Name it and write it down. 2, find your armor bearer who is climbing with you. If you don't have one, join a community of climbers. That's what Purpose to Prosperity is. A band of armor bearers climbing together. 3, take the first foothold. What's one step you can take this week? Not the whole mountain, just one foothold. Now, comment below, "I'm climbing." Let me know you're in this fight. Let's build an army of armor bearers. And if you're ready to stop hiding and start climbing, if you want the full blueprint of turning your calling into your provision, then join the next cohort of Purpose to Prosperity. Now, if you haven't done so already, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and by God's grace, I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.